well, well, ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-da-da-ba-ba-doo-bow. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Not Tuah podcast. This is episode 37. This seems quite quiet. Let me check the volume here. Okay, is this better? Okay, great. I was experimenting with like a new mic placement, but it was like way too quiet. So I had to move it back to its original position, its OG, as the kids say. Yeah, so this is episode number 37, right? Chat, am I right? No, I'm wrong. This is episode 36. Episode 36 of the Not Tuah podcast. I'm your host, and it is currently 11:10 a.m. on the 5th of July, 2025, um, Indian Standard Time. Now, I do want to come out and say this is the last episode of the Not Tuah podcast before my 2 month long hiatus. My family is coming over to visit for 2 months this time. Normally, they're only here for like one, but they're pulling up for 2 months this time. So it'll be like my hiatus in Ramadan, but for longer. Um, yeah, 2 months, no, not two. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know how much you people rely on me to keep yourselves happy throughout the week, but I'm not gonna record a podcast in front of my parents, dude. I'm just not. I cannot do that. Maybe I'll be able to sneak in an episode or two here or there. No promises, no promises, because it would have to require my parents, the whole family. Honestly, it would require the whole family leaving, but then me staying alone at home for at least an hour. But I just don't think that's gonna happen, really. If it does, I'll try and record an episode, but again, no promises, no promises. Um, and honestly, this might be the last episode of the Not Tuah podcast, like period. Because I might come back with a rebrand. I've been toying with the idea of a rebrand for a while. Because Not Tuah isn't really good for SEO. If you look up Not Tuah podcast, it just shows the Talk Tuah podcast with Haley Welch. Even though at the end of almost every episode I say then the NOTTUAH, I have no affiliation with Haley Welch or the Talk Tuah podcast team. I say that at the end of almost every episode, but Google still thinks I am the Talk Tuah podcast. So I should switch it up for SEO. The Not Tuah bit, it was a good bit. I'm happy I came up with it, but not good for SEO. So I have been toying with the idea of a rebrand. Nothing's like confirmed, but yeah, just like prep yourself for the change, you know? What have I been up to this week? Nothing much, no. Um, Again, the first thing I should talk about yesterday, I learned how to do the Ian knot. That's IANKNOT. If you've ever seen people like tie their shoes really fast, they do it in like two hand movement. That's the Ian knot. So I learned how to do that yesterday. That took up like a good chunk of the day. It's really not that hard once you get it once. It's like whew, child's play. I don't know why this isn't like the standard method for tying your shoes. It seems ah shit. It seems just as secure as like the normal shoe knots. But it's way quicker, it's way easier, and it looks better in my opinion. In my humble opinion, it looks better than the normal shoe knot. I don't know what it's called, but it's like you make the it's the one with the rhyme. It's the one with the rhyme. Tying your shoes rhyme. Oop, hit the mic. Uh, okay, here the rhyme to teach children how to tie their shoes. Make sure a child is developmentally ready to learn shoe tying, usually around age 5 to 6. Youch. I learned how to tie my shoes when I was 12. Yeah, 12. Use different color shoelaces so kids see the steps more easily. Isn't the shoelace like one string? Do they make shoelaces that are like half red, half blue, maybe? Practice other fine motor skill activities like chopsticks, lacing cards. What does lacing cards mean? Let me Google that real quick. Oh, it's like a cardboard cut out of a shoe, and then you tie the cardboard shoe. Okay. Practice trying something bigger, like tying a rope around a tree. That I could see how that could help. Make a big deal when a child learns how to tie their shoes. As an incentive, gives them a new pair of laces. Alright, man. Have a designated student to tie shoes. The children who can tie shoes get more practice, and the teachers don't have to tie them all the time. Use the ask three before me rule. Before asking the teacher for help, ask three other children first. Children have an opportunity to practice their social skills by learning to ask for help and an opportunity to help others. I don't know if that'll work, if we're being honest. But this blog family with two eyes, but not where you think. Um, I don't know. They have a book. Oh no, that's a poem. That's like a poetry book. I don't know. It seems professional. They probably know what they're doing. Your child's personality by day of the week. Wait, hold up. Okay, no. Let's. What's the shoelace poem? Is it? Ah, yeah, here we go. Bunny. Bunny ears, playing by a tree. Crisscrossed the tree, trying to catch me. Bunny ears, jumped into the hole, popped out the other side, beautiful and bold. Yeah, that's the one that I heard. And like you don't, you I guess you can make a poem, but you don't need to make a poem for. All right, whatever. Monday's child. I'm a Sunday child, I believe. I was born on a Sunday. Let me pull up my calendar here. Scroll all the way up to July 2004. Gonna take a while. Gonna have to do it like 1 month at a time. Only up to 2022 now. Dude, I'll be honest. There is nothing better than okay, well, there's probably plenty of things better, but me personally, I love it when the calendar month starts on a Sunday, because then you just get like a perfect rectangle, and then you have like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, 28, 29, 30, 31. Like, yeah, you get like 2 or 3 days just kind of dangling off at the end. But 1 to 28, that is like a proper rectangle. It always. And if it's on a February, shut the front door, dude. Okay, here we are. July 2004, 11th was a Sunday. Yeah, okay. So where do I see Sundays rhyme? um. Oh, it's okay. No, my bad. It's like all the days are in one poem, and the poem is just called Sunday's Day. Sunday's Child. Monday's child is fair of face. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Wednesday's child is full of woe. Thursday's child has far to go. Friday's child is loving and giving. Saturday's child works hard for a living. And the child born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. Hey! I'm not gay. I like women. And their breasts and buttocks and bosom. Is bosom the same thing as buttocks? I don't know. Let me Google that. Bosom. Oh no, it's a woman's chest or breast. Yeah. I like breasts, I like buttocks of women. Very important of women particularly. Okay, various interpretations and meanings of Monday's child. Okay. Monday's child is fair of face. That means Monday children are associated with pleasing beauty, although modern interpretations sometimes depict Monday's children as shallow, vain, and flighty. Uh huh. That's fucking crazy. Tuesday's child is full of grace. Tuesday children are associated with manners, elegance, and refinement. Modern interpretations associate Tuesday's children with faith and purity. Okay. Wednesday's child is full of woe. I want to see the interpretation of this. Wednesday children are associated with emotional empathy. They feel the weight of the world with a caring and compassionate outlook, often to the point of sadness for others. Uh, Grim and gloomy Wednesday Addams from the Addams Family television series optimizes a Wednesday child. Modern users associate the term with children in foster care and from broken homes. Youch. If you're going into labor on a Wednesday, you gotta try your best to push it to Thursday, or like try and induce it earlier maybe. Thursday's child has far to go. Okay, so maybe you do want to delay it to Thursday. Thursday children have a long, successful life ahead of them. Yeah, sure. Ooh. In the 1873 version of the poem, Thursday's child is associated with sour and sad. Okay, why? Why the flipperoo? Friday's child is loving and giving. Friday children are big-hearted and generous. However, in many traditional versions, anything on a Friday was held as bad luck. Ooh. Saturday's child works hard for a living. Saturday children are hardworking, responsible, and dedicated. Sometimes hard is interpreted as difficult or struggling. However, traditional versions view hard work as a positive trait. Okay. And finally, Sunday's child. And the child that is born on the Sabbath day is bonny and blithe and good and gay. Numerous versions exist for the Sabbath or Sunday's child. Often Sunday's children are referred to as happy and wise rather than bonny and blithe. The original version of the nursery rhyme actually refers to Christmas Day rather than Sunday. Christmas, December 25th, was traditionally the luckiest day of birth. Isn't it like a thing that people like statistically are not born on Christmas? Right? I don't know. I seem to have heard something about that. Funny alternative versions of Monday's child. Monday's child is ill, I'm told. Tuesday's child has caught a cold. Wednesday's child is down with the flu. Thursday's child is feeling blue. Friday's child can't eat any food. Saturday's child is in a foul mood. And the child that is born on the seventh day is the only child that feels okay. Fuck yeah! Sunday babies, rise the fuck up, bro! Okay. Alright, whatever. Why am I on family.com? because oh right, because I was tying my shoe. Right, yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, the EN knot. I think the EN knot is fun. It's useful. It's a skill that if I ever have kids, I will be solely teaching them. Yeah, if you guys don't know the EN knot, look it up. It's a 5 minute tutorial. You can like figure it out in a couple of minutes, and then just like spend maybe an hour or so practicing it, and it'll be second nature to you. Okay, what else did I do this week? Got a bunch of deliveries. Dude, I fucking you gotta love getting delivery. Who doesn't love getting a delivery? You know, you order a package online, and then it shows up at your door. Hoo-hoo. You gotta love that feeling. You gotta love that feeling. We ordered an AC, an air conditioner. It's a split unit, so there's one piece outside, there's one piece inside. One piece. No. It's actually installed in the very room that I'm sitting in right now. Ooh. So this used to be just like I guess you could call it an office, quote unquote. Yeah, this just used to be like the computer room. I used to sit here and use the computer, and then I'd go sleep in a different room. But now that the AC is here, I've transformed this into my bedroom, dude. Got my computer here, got my bed, blanket, pillow, TV. I moved the TV in here, you know. I got YouTube on the TV. I got YouTube on my Switch, which is hard to do because it's a jailbroken Switch, so I can't download it from the eShop. And any version that I downloaded online required eShop connectivity. But I managed to find like a patched version of YouTube, so I've installed that on my Switch. Only downside is I do get ads. I have removed ads from every other device that I own. I just there's no way to do it on the Switch, I believe. So, but you know what? You know what? I'll live with it. I'll learn to live with it. I got my smart bulb, dude. I got my smart bulb in here. I've been using that bitch like nobody in business. I've been getting my money's worth out of that. It's currently set to the focus mode, which is kind of like a yellowish green color. And I have it set to the focus mode because I am recording a podcast. It's like technically my job, you know? World's saddest job, podcast recorder. Not even getting paid, honestly. Um, so yeah, I have it set it to the focus mode right now. When I'm chilling, just like being chilling, I have it set to the relax mode, which is kind of like a red, blue, purple kind of mix. It's a cycle. It cycles through those three colors, red, blue, and purple. Which I will tell you, it has helped me relax a bit, surprisingly. Um, then I have it set it to go green at midnight, because that's like the dark hour from Persona 3. All the lights turn green. Um, and then I have it set to go from like whatever color I have it set it to. I have it set it to like go kind of dim from 12 to 12:15, and then even dimmer from 12:15 to 12:30, and then it shuts off at 12:30, and that kind of like helps me get to sleep quicker. I have not had like a sleepless tossing and turning night ever since I like set that up. You know, which if you know me, you know I'm no stranger to love, and also I'm no stranger to sleepless nights. So this has honestly kind of helped me. I do also have it set to like an alarm setting every day at 6 a.m. It like flashes on and off. That doesn't really help me. So I still have to rely on the alarm app on my phone. Although I guess it has technically kind of helped me because it is kind of annoying when you're trying to go back to sleep. So I need to open my phone and turn off the alarm setting, and that kind of helps wake me up because it's not really like, okay, well, I've opened my phone, I've unlocked it, I've had a glance at my notifications, someone like pinged me on Discord, I got like 3 emails last night. So it has helped kind of wake me up, you know? Yano? Yanno, Yano. Um, so yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this last episode as well, but smart bulb, get one if you can. No complaints here. Okay, well, I guess I do have one complaint, but it is so minor, and it's not even an issue if you're listening to this in like a real country. If the power goes out and then it comes back, it doesn't like revert back to the mode that you had. It just defaults like the brightest, warm color that it can. So like I have it set to the focus mode now. It's like a yellow green, but then if the power goes out and it comes back, it defaults to just the color of the sun, basically, which is quite startling. Okay. And yes, I got the AC. It is a very good AC. It might be a bit too good, cause like I turned that thing off an hour and a half ago, and it still feels like bone chillingly cold in this room. So it might be a bit too good. Might have to set a timer of that thing, run it for like an hour, hour and a half. Um, yes, we got the AC delivered. We got a ladder finally. This house had like way too tall ceiling. It had the tallest ceilings of any house I've ever been in, I believe. And so like if you needed to change the curtains, which we changed curtains a lot for some reason. I don't know why we changed our curtains so much. But yeah, we had to like borrow a ladder from our neighbors, which I never felt good about doing that. Like, we're gonna fuck you. We're gonna use your ladder. It felt like that, which I never liked. I never liked doing that. But we have our own ladder now, so we shan't be bothering them again. Um, what else was I gonna say? Oh, I got a thing for the car, a covered like a button cover for the car. It's a push start car, and I got a cover for the button. I love a colored button, dude. Colored, covered. I love a covered button. If there's a key involved, brother, fuck off, dude. That's fucking awesome. I just like I love the sensation of like lifting the cover, pressing the button, and then closing the cover. That it feels like I've accomplished something with my life. You know, I could die tomorrow and I'd be happy because I opened the cover, pushed the button, and then closed the cover again. So yeah, big fan of that. Huge improvement. Definitely my favorite part of the car now. Speaking of the car, I gotta go get that bitch washed tomorrow because I'm gonna go pick up my parents on Tuesday. So I need to get the car washed on Sunday because I have someone coming over on Monday to help me like clean up the house and shit, get it prepped, ready for them to show up. So I can't get it washed on Monday. I'm gonna have to get it washed on Sunday, which is tomorrow. So yeah. What else? What else, dude? Um, we also got like a clothes rack, but I think we got scammed because the clothes rack is fucking tiny. It like barely comes up to my waist in terms of height, and then lengthwise it's like maybe 75% the size of like a normal clothes rack that I have. It's about like three-fourths the size. So I think we got scammed, but also it was like 200 rupees. So like it really was a deal too good to be true. True? True. Too good to be true. And also it's a very confusing setup. It took me like 5 minutes to figure out how to open it for the first time. So we got all that. Um, And then a couple days ago, when the like AC guys came to install the AC, they were like working on the AC. They were doing their work. The cops pulled up to the house. Like, what the fuck? Did I like kill someone by mistake? Turns out no. Another bike got stolen. This got stolen like on the opposite side of the city, and they've been chasing that guy via security cameras. They've been chasing him all the way up here, where I am, which is quite a far distance. It's like 10, 12 kilometers maybe. Um, so yeah, they pulled up to the house. They were like, "Hey, bro, this bike got stolen. We saw he came down through your lane. You have security cameras. Mind if we check your security cameras a little bit, maybe?" Um, so I'm like, "Yeah, of course, go ahead. Because what am I gonna do? Am I gonna say no? No, fuck you. Fuck the pig. A cab. I'm not gonna say that. Not to their face." So yeah, I let them in, I set up the cameras, and they just kind of sat there for an hour, and they were like scrubbing through footage. Um, one thing I did feel kind of bad for, is they wanted to look at the cameras to figure out. So my lane is like a T. There's a T junction at the end of the lane, so you go to the lane, and then you can go either left or right. And so they wanted to like look at the camera and figure out, do you go left or do you go right? The bike thief, did you go left or right? So they wanted to figure that out. But the thing is, if you turn right, it's a dead end. Like it's kind of disguised. Like if you turn right, there's another like turn left. But if you take that turn left, it's a dead end. So I guess maybe they didn't see it. Maybe they just like went to the end of the lane, saw that there was a T junction, left and right, and then they saw a turn at the end of the right lane, so they were like, okay, let's go check out this fucking camera. So yeah, I did feel kind of bad for them, because they spent all that time only to find out he went left, which was really the only way that you can go. Um, but you know what? Yeah, I guess it was good to confirm because maybe he lived on the right, and that was like his end destination. But whatever. To whoever out there had your bike stolen and have had the police track it for 12 kilometers, I hope you find it. Yeah. Okay. Do I have anything else to talk about? Not really. I don't think so. Let me check my Google Doc. I haven't updated my Google Doc in quite a while, but we'll see. Um, no, no, nothing. Okay then. Well, I guess let's wrap it up here. Oh shit! No, fuck. Oh shit! No, fuck. My cook is out of town. For like the next couple weeks. So this week, at least until Monday, I have to cook for myself. So that should be fun. The last time I cooked for myself, I gave myself salmonella. But I think I can. I think I can. I think I can cook. It's I look. You give yourself salmonella one time, you know, and people are like, you don't know how to cook. Well, bitch, maybe. But no, I can follow. I can't freestyle my cooking, but I can follow a recipe. I can follow a recipe. And I do have a pretty good recipe. I have a recipe for a chicken kofta with like a chicken meatball. Um, I couldn't find minced chicken. So I bought a couple of boneless breasts, the only breasts I'll be touching for a while. Ow! Alright, chat. There better be a female chicken breast. Because I am straight. I am not gay. I am straight. Do they kill? Surely they kill the male chickens for meat. Do they kill male chickens for meat? Uh, yeah, it looks like it's male chickens. And the female chickens they keep for the eggs. Yeah. Oh, both hens and roosters are butchered for their meat. I guess there's a. I guess when the female chickens reach menopause, they kill them. Could be. Um. So yeah, I'm gonna have to cook for myself. I guess you guys won't know how that went for quite a while. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. If it looks weird, I'll just toss it and I'll order something. How about that? Again, I think I can pull it off. I think I can pull it off. Okay, well, this has been episode number 36 of the Not Tuah podcast. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. This is the Not Tuah podcast. That is NOTTUAH. I am not affiliated with Haley Welch or the Talk Tuah podcast team. Google, get it straight. I've been your host, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye, everybody.